The cultural advances achieved by the pharaohs of this dynasty brought Egypt into a cultural renaissance, restoring trade and advancing architectural design to a level that would not be achieved by any other culture for 1,000 years. So, this is just another little story about the temple. Alright, so now we talk about Ramesses' marriage. So this, see, like I said, now they're only referring to Ramesses II as just Ramesses. So this is Ramesses II, don't get confused. Ramesses II and Nefertari. Ramesses' principal wife was, should say wife was Nefertari, means beautiful companion. She has an exquisite tomb in the Valley of the Queen Thebes. They have a large number of children, and this bit is from Wikipedia. Her lavishly decorated tomb, which is referred to as QV66, is the largest. So Ramesses II is the greatest pharaoh, and then his wife's tomb is the largest and most spectacular in the Valley of the Queens. Ramesses also constructed a temple for her at Abu Simbel next to his colossal monument here. So he obviously loved Nefertari very much, and here's a picture of her. She was very beautiful. Um, Another monument is, and see, when we started talking about Ramesses II, we did say he was a prolific builder, right? Where was that little note? Right here. So, we're talking about these temples, Abu Simbel, um, the, this temple in Abu Simbel, then we talked about Amun-Ra temple in Karnak, then his temple in Thebes. So here, and then there's another one, the Great Hypostyle Hall. The Great Hypostyle Hall of Karnak, located within the Karnak Temple complex in the precinct. Precinct is just, it just means district or like a local area or something. It's one of the most visited monuments of ancient Egypt. It is built by Seti II, but it was pretty much finished by Ramesses II, and there's a little bit of they're not sure exactly, but Seti II and Ramesses II, that's what they say. So that brings us to the end of Dynasty 19 and beginning of the 20th dynasty. So what caused the ending of this 19th dynasty? There were succession problems. That's all we know about it. Sorry, some of these notes are a little too vague, but this is just to give us an overall idea about these different pharaohs. Of course, if we were taking a history class, we would probably go into much detail. So Seit Nakte, Seit, or yeah, I guess Seit Nakte. Seit Nakte is the founder of the 20th dynasty. His father was Ramesses III. Oh no, he is the father of Ramesses III, who was the last great pharaoh. So, so how this happens is actually, and I think we talked about this already here in the 20th when we started. So Ramesses II is not the end, right? Ramesses II is succeeded by Meneta, who succeeded by Seti I, and actually no, this should say Seti II, not Seti I, because yeah, this is wrong. This should say Seti II. Then Siptah, and then Tuatha. But we're obviously skipping these pharaohs, and then we start with Setnakte, who marks the beginning of the 20th dynasty. Oops. Okay, so Ramesses III then, and again we're skipping Setnakte in that sense because all we know is that he's the first king of the 20th dynasty. So Ramesses III is a major figure of dynasty 20. So 19th dynasty major figure is Ramesses II, and in the 20th dynasty, Ramesses III is the major figure, and he's a great admirer of Ramesses II, although not related. So, they're not related. That's interesting. Defeated the Libyans, who socially became established in Egypt. Libyans eventually took power in the third intermediate period. So, although he does try to kick him out, they come back in the third intermediate period again. So end of Ramesside period. Ramesses III followed by 100 kings in succession in less than 100 years. That's like one king, one in every year. All took the name Ramesses from, no, it's not one king in 1 year. Sorry about that. So they all took the name Ramesses 4 to 11, and Egyptian domination beyond Nile Valley now starts to weaken. And so we enter the third intermediate period. These periods are always times of Egyptian civilization when things were not well.